Alright. Hello everyone. Now welcome to a game between Focus and Ling or 120, taking place here on Amazonia. Focus is spawned as the blue orc over here on the top right hand side of the map. Can I switch the colors? No, I cannot. Alright, so unfortunately, Ling is blue here, but well, it's Focus here. So go ahead and keep track of that all you want. Meanwhile, over here on the bottom left, we have Ling spawning as the purple undead. I actually think purple is perhaps the best color for undead. It seems to match their color scheme, and purple seems to be a more natural color for undead anyways. So, well, we'll see how this game will go in particular. Orc being blue or green does make a lot of sense as well. But then again, things do get changed up and thrown around a bit. Anyways, let's take a look at what the orc player is opening up with. It does look like your standard build with your barracks, so I am expecting a blade master. I would actually be... Oh wow, Farseer into a barracks. That's a little bit interesting in that normally when you try to go for a Farseer, you try to go faster into tech to tier 2. So this may be a tech to tier 2 with a single barracks, no voodoo lounge off of a single burrow. We'll have to keep an eye on this particular build order. Meanwhile, Ling over here on the bottom left, it is your standard Crypt Fiend build. Graveyard is already being established, but the Altar of Darkness was not delayed. This has been something that many undead players have been doing for quite some time now, using that Tomb of Relics and getting an Acolyte out on the far side of the map, usually around here to kill a creep. No killing of a creep there for some reason, or critter, excuse me, to try and use that Rod of Necromancy for harassment. Now, once the Death Knight makes its way out, though, the Death Knight is going to quickly see that it isn't going to be a Blade Master, so we'll see what Ling's response is going to be here. We are going to be looking now at the... Well, there you go. There's a little bit of damage. There's a Lightning Shield. Damage now just coming across over here and saying, you know what? You can pull that damage all you want. That Acolyte is taking a lot of damage there as damage is starting to add back up. Death Knight now trying to make its way over. Good use of that Lightning Shield here. You're going to take a look at that. Lightning Shield purposely being pulled back as that grunt needs to try to finish off more units. There it goes. Death Coil does get the kill. Tome of Strength, who's going to get it? Farseer doesn't get that Tome of Strength. Big surprise there as the Death Knight, well, able to steal a large amount of experience with that Death Coil, denying level 2 on that Farseer. Death Coil with another steal right there as the Farseer now needs to try and retreat back. Let's take a look at the skeletal minions trying to make their way through Orc Burrow, doing some damage back into this little line right here. The skeletal minions could end up getting taken down. Farseer does want level 2, and it looks like the Death Knight did a good job stealing that last bit of experience without really suffering any serious sort of damage. All right, skeletal minion down to 31. 2 more shots should do it. 1 more shot should do it. Come on, just throw that little lightning ball, and there it goes. All right, a rogue down to 222 hit points. Meanwhile, Spirit Wolves are making its way down a little bit more damage onto that Death Knight. Death Knight, however, cannot heal itself, as you know, unless it has the necessary item. And without that necessary item, well, what can really be done? Death Knight now wandering around here. There is a Rod of Necromancy. Somehow a critter was killed here much earlier, and now a Forest Troll Berserker will get taken down as well. Farseer sitting at level 1, just shy of level 2, as the Death Knight goes after the Forest Troll Berserker. Forest Troll Trapper also going to get finished up here. Death Knight still has a good amount of mana as the Farseer is going to come across here, perhaps get to level 2. Yes, there's level 2 there. Death Coil trying to finish off some units. Doesn't get the Chain Lightning, unfortunately, on that last Forest Troll Trapper to steal some experience back, but will get this Forest Troll Trapper there. Death Knight is already at level 2, as you saw earlier, picks up another Rod of Necromancy. Necropolis is taking the tier 2 as well, as we are well underway. Now, I guess the follow-up question is going to be, what are we looking at here? Let's take a look at this. The Lightning Shield trying to absorb as much damage. A quick purge onto the Renegade, or from the Renegade Wizard to try to finish off some of those units. There you go, finishing off some units there. Rune Bracers now picked up as well. As you can see, the Death Knight now going to be absorbing a large bit of of damage. Lightning Shield quickly being used. Force Troll Berserker trying to hide away. Let's take a look at this. Running back down, and all the units are able to retreat. Damage is getting done back here, but the Rod of Necromancy skeletal minions will absorb the majority of it, as the Death Knight should be still shy of level 3. Yes, 2 level 5 creep camps should not, I do not believe, give, what was that, 225 experience? Yeah, I don't think that's quite enough to get to level 3. Meanwhile, the Farseer has already moved on, not picking up another Scroll of Town Portal as of yet, even though we are at Stronghold and we are going into Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain is going to be putting his foot down, so to speak. Very strong and very effective, as we know, as we see ER Ling come across. There's a Howl of Terror, and is it going to get the healing blow? No, it is not, as the Spirit Wolf is now being resummoned back out. Skeletal minions are here as well. Farseer trying to get some damage. However, that Howl of Terror, the Pit Lord, an unexpected unit now, as the Pit Lord with Howl of Terror does go very well with Destroyers. Destroyers are able to devour magic, and they actually remove the debuff from that the Pit Lord puts down. By removing that debuff, the Destroyers regenerate hit points, but almost more importantly, they get mana. Destroyers naturally are so anti-magic unit that they cannot get mana by themselves. They need to digest the mana, and well, they actually have negative mana regeneration. A little bit of lore for you guys out there if you did not know. If you did not know, well then, I thank you for tuning in to some WarCraft 3 content. Anyways, Raiders now coming across here. Mud Golem will get taken down. Last Rock Golem here. Tauren Chieftain should get the experience. Yes, trying to pick up those items. Scroll of the Beast. Farseer shows up to the party. Tauren Chieftain gonna go ahead and finish off the remaining level 3 Troll Trappers here, but it's, well, just enough to get to the level 2. Endurance Aura now added. Tech building of an expansion should be well underway. Farseer perhaps checking to see there is no expansion on the far side, but the Pit Lord also has Cleave. This is going to be a rather interesting strategy. Pit Lord with Cleave, you can see how much damage he does with every single swipe. And on top of that, because of that bonus damage, currently sitting at plus 14, that Cleave damage just seems to get higher and higher. Tauren Chieftain is sitting at level 2. Farseer is now making its way over to the Undead, and I like this play. I like the fact that by moving this Farseer, he's actually getting a little bit of a timing or knowing when his opponent is going to be coming back out. Rod of Necromancy has been transferred over. Farseer is still far away here. He's trying to figure out what's happening. Is he going to get some easy damage onto a Crypt Fiend here? And that's exactly what he looks. Chain Lightning trying to finish off some units. Does he get some experience? Yes, he does. Get some big experience there, as the Tauren Chieftain now being brought over as well. Alright, Farseer is, well, pushing out all of that damage. Tauren Chieftain is going to try and stomp here. Let's take a look. No stomp at all. The Howl of Terror really reducing the amount of damage across those units there, as the Pit Lord up to 25 plus damage. That is indeed rather high, as the units are now trying to get away. Pit Lord is getting a bit slow. Let's take a look. There goes another unit. There is a Stomp. Mantle of Intelligence. No Scroll of... Well, there is a Scroll of Speed, but not being used at this point, as we now see a handful of heals coming across multiple units. Kodo Beast, 44 supply compared to ER Ling's 33 supply. He took a large bit of damage. Lost a lot there, but still that Pit Lord with that high damage, and perhaps losing that Wand of Illusion might actually be beneficial at some point. And, well, using 3 Wands of Illusion in addition to the Howl of Terror for the Destroyers Devour Magic, that may actually be, well, very, very, very powerful indeed. Alright, we're going to see a Howl of Terror there. Let's take a look. The Cleave is only going on in front of him in that little wide arc. Once again, let's take a look, trying to get some more damage across all these other units here. Rod of Necromancy being brought over, as we see an Alchemist. Alright, this is the first time I've seen Death Knight Pit Lord Alchemist in a game. And, well, I've passed over what, 4,000 games of Warcraft 3, and I've probably seen just as many as well. All right, there is that stomp once more. Are we going to see a Howl of Terror and then Devour Magic? That's what we should be looking at there. Destroyer has and doesn't have mana, surprisingly. Let's take a look at this, trying to get some damage here. Destroyer not devouring magic across these units as I would have normally expected. There is another stomp there, trying to finish off multiple units. There's a Death Coil trying to save as the Alchemist is going to get into that back position and get taken down. Meanwhile, the the Pit Lord still fighting its way through, doing a large bit of damage. Destroyer still, well, he was okay, as the Destroyer still, well, bouncing around here. Are we going to see an Absorb Mana here? We should be looking at an Absorb Mana from that Obsidian Statue. No Absorb Mana at all, as Ling is just in a little bit of trouble. Meanwhile, back on the far side here, Death Knight now tries to get away. Scroll of Speed. All the units are now trying to get away again. Farseer looking to perhaps try to get a Death Coil off. Pit Lord, still the beastly tanky unit in that front line, seems to be okay. All right. A lot of things I thought should and would have happened here. You can take a look at that Forest Troll Berserker trying to get away. Death Coil will finish it off there. Quick and easy death once more. Meanwhile, the Pit Lord, yeah, maybe if that Wand of Illusion, a Devour Magic Destroyer was able to do a bit more damage, perhaps even a Howl of Terror thrown in there as well, the damage should have been significantly less. All right, one Destroyer, pretty much all that is left right now of this army. Obsidian Statue, also they're offering support, but Ling is sitting at 44 supply, does get the Alchemist back out, and now getting for an additional Obsidian Statue. Meanwhile, Focus, now going into Tier 3, Orc Burrows surprisingly does not have the Fortified Armor upgrade. That is going to be a big shock if Ling catches that. If he's able to catch that and capitalize on it, we could see Focus supply block for quite some time. Rock Golems now going to go ahead and get, well, they should be ensnared right now. Not quite sure why they're not getting ensnared. Total Beasts are here as well. Abomination is actually being, or an Ogre Mauler is being digested here. And, well, that should come as no shock as Focus is going to be end up being revealed. All right, let's take a look at this. More damage. Acid Bomb, Orb of Corruption. That is major negative armor indeed. That's just the Acid Bomb right now, not even the Orb of Corruption right now, as the units are now trying to head back every which way. Kodo Beast down to 416 hit points. Howl of Terror, Destroyer, Devour Magic could be coming across multiple units indeed. Death Knight, and we'll stay playing a very interesting game right now. Let's see, are we going to see another Howl of Terror just trying to push across all of this damage again? Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain is in, well, very deep waters. Meanwhile, the lines are just moving every way back and forth. Farseer and Tauren Chieftain are engaging pretty freely. Meanwhile, Destroyers should be able to, oh, there goes that Kodo Beast now. Death Knight could be in trouble. Let's take a look. Are we going to see a Scroll of Town Portal? Doesn't quite need it yet. There's a Stomp. There goes an Ogre Mauler back out. There's a Chain Lightning as the Death Knight is trying to get away down to 170 hit points. Ogre Mauler here. Ogre Mauler will get taken down. Meanwhile, there goes the Ensnare. Stomp not in time. Ogre Mauler is still alive, surprisingly, as all the units head back. Ling definitely wins out in that battle, but he is still behind economically. Focus, getting twice the amount of gold, should be able to rebuild his army in pretty much a moment's notice. The Destroyers are also here extremely ready to just deal a lot of damage. There are some Troll Berserkers joining in on the fight. Ogre Mauler low on hit points, needs to get healed back up. What is going on here? All right, Pit Lord going after all of these units here. You can see damage is just getting added up through and through. Let's take a look at this. More damage getting added through again. Another peon gets taken down, and it looks like it might turn into a base race. Does Ling have a Scroll of Town Portal? Yes, he does. All right, so with a Scroll of Town Portal, he can take down this Great Hall and then Scroll of Town Portal back to protect his main base. All right, Double Spirit Wolf now making their way through. Let's take a look. No Nerubian towers. Only the Black Citadel offering a little bit of protection here. That does come as a surprise as the Scroll of Town Portal now comes down. Where are all the units going to land? There you are, right there, trying to put in some pressure. Are we going to see that Stomp? Don't see the Stomp yet. Death Coil trying to finish off one low hit point Raider, as the Raider could get taken down. There's a Stomp again, trying to finish off the Death Knight, as the Pit Lord, Howl of Terror Terror reduces the amount of damage being dealt across the board. There's another stomp there. Death Knight is in trouble. Potion of Healing should be used here in just a moment. There it is. But how much longer can it really last? Death Knight trying to punch his way out of this paper bag, so to speak, as he is just taking so much damage. Death Knight is lost, but at what cost? As you can see, well, Troll Berserker is getting taken down. Tauren Chieftain could get taken down as well. Kodo Beast has nothing in its belly, as we're going to look at an ensnare onto the Pit Lord. All right. Destroyers still chasing after units here. No Death Knight means no faster movement speed, but no easy way to pick or catch up to all of these units. During that time, Ling was able to set up an expansion of his own, and this may be the switch that we were looking for. Focus now going to be in a little bit of a recovery mode. He is in trouble. He is hurting, as we're looking at skeletal minions being placed out and around as well. All right, Death Knight getting resurrected the old-fashioned way. Low on gold, down to 42 gold. Let's take a look. Obsidian statues, no easy way to get healed right now. And let's take a look. Pit Lord still with plus 26 damage. Alchemist now making its way all the way across here. Let's take a look. Another boulder to the Raider. And is this Alchemist going to actually spot this attempt at creeping? All right, there's an acid bomb there. A little bit of damage. Just trying to add a damage to his opponent. Pit Lord maybe coming in from the side here, and this could cause problems. The Pit Lord is not nearly as powerful or as tanky without the presence of the Death Knight. All right, let's go after this here. Alchemist gets up to level 3. They're going after a little bit more of a fight. What is that Pit Lord doing? Pit Lord should not be engaging here. Alchemist gets another acid bomb. Tauren Chieftain could try and, well, swipe at this unit. There is the Howl of Terror and so much damage to be had. Destroyers could easily devour magic. That Raiders should end up getting taken down. What's that Tauren Chieftain doing? The Tauren Chieftain actually went a bit too far with nowhere to go. Destroyer up in the air, down to 16 hit points and dead now. Meanwhile, the Obsidian statues are in the back. 48 supply compared to 36. And Focus just knew that he was not in a good spot at all. Even with the Death Knight gone, the hero was level 4 and level 3 for the remaining 2, and without the expansion and, well, loss of control on that Tauren Chieftain, I think Focus just threw in the towel. Maybe a little bit of a premature GG, but all in the same, I think the writing was on the wall. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.